Hello everybody and welcome to Belle's channel and to Belle's Bullet 4 Survival Guide. Today we are doing part 2 of the DLC Far Harbour. So we've just spoken to Kenji Nakano and now doing the first quest called Far From Home. So Kenji Nakano has given me his boat so that I can make a trip to Far Harbour to look for his daughter Kasumi, who believes that she's a synth, and there appears to be a colony of synths in Far Harbour who can take her there for refuge and to find out whether she is a synth, even though we know that's kind of almost impossible. But yeah, so we're going to jump on the boat and we're going to make the trip. I'm going to turn off my radio to get the full sound effects. But yeah, so you basically get on the boat. I'm going to bring the Valentine, and we're going to click boat controls and travel to Far Harbour. We will be able to come back at any time, it's not like we're stuck there. But yeah, so first time using a water device other than, or actually a mobile device, or mobile piece of transport other than a vertibird. So if you go to the top you can jump and it kind of just shoots you back, but you can't jump out or anything. Yeah, it soon fades away and we kind of like, you'll see that we're supposed to be like transported. So here we are, a very dark and murky place. Shipped wrecked boats. But there does appear to be light of sorts. A very old town. So this is off the coast of Maine. Perhaps a real place? I have no idea. Love it though. Wonder what that is.
I wasn't expecting nobody. Next shipment's 3 days out. Wait, that's not one of mine.
Jesus, ease up, Alan. We got visitors.
Mainlanders ain't nothing but trouble.
Put the damn
So,
gun.
Far Harbour appears to be a quite large island, quite detached. So as it said in the description, this is the largest landmass for an add-on ever, and you appear to be transported to the northeast region of the town called Far Harbour.
Down.
So you can get off and have a word with the people.
Are you lost? This is Far Harbor. We don't get many visitors around here.
We don't need no freeloaders or more help, Mainlander. So you can get back in your boat and leave.
Alan, this isn't your dock. It belongs to the whole town. And that means strangers are welcome. Sorry, you've caught us during a difficult time. But Alan's got a point. Not all visitors have good intentions. So, what's your business here?
So, as you know, kind of like small communities, and especially, you know, there's runs a history of, especially isolated societies, they do not like outsiders, hence the mainlander thing. So, Far Harbour.
What is this place?
Well, in ancient times, this used to be a tourist town. My people have lived here and on the island for generations. But now everyone's crowded onto the docks just trying to survive another day. We have more than our fair share of problems. You aren't here to add to them, are you?
No, we're looking for
A young
Sue.
woman from the Commonwealth named Kasumi may have passed through here. Her family hired me to find her.
Some sort of detective, huh? Well, she came through here all right.
At least we know she made it this far.
Damn it. Mariners incoming.
Something's coming through the fog!
You, help us defend the town, and I'll answer any questions you have. Take a post at the top of the wall, near the main gate. The hull never lets us down. Now follow me! Be careful on the hull, stranger. Don't fall off. If you do,
So it's
we
this
might not
way.
be able to rescue you in time.
Man the hull! Something's out there.
You sure you saw something?
This ain't a drill.
The hell?
I peeled everyone.
Right, so it's best to help. You're gonna see people coming.
The gate! Open the gate! I've got wounded out here!
There's no time. Look to the fog. They're coming.
You could have opened the gate.
Defend yourselves!
Hey,
So you're gonna see these gulper things. They're kind of like a mixture of frogs. I'm gonna jump over. I wouldn't do this if you're not very good at shooting or with new weapons.
Stop right there.
Last mistake you'll ever.
I need to make sure. See, if you want to be able to pacify them, you need. Ooh. You want to try and protect the people. Monsieur Stranger.
Some luck?
it's over.
No. Eyes on the fog. Something's coming.
You can regret this. Grenade it! Grenade it! Seriously, fucking 8 angles.
Stop right there. Stop right there.
Sorry. Should have just run.
We're clear.
All right. Well done, all. Open the gate.
That was some fight. Not bad, Mainlander. Not bad at all.
Doing them much
We
at
made
this
it.
point.
I can't believe it. Thank you.
Appreciate the help, Mainlander. We're
If
all
you-
still in one piece. Can't hardly believe it. Avery and the others were just doing their jobs, but you ain't one of us. We owe you, and Harbormen paid their debts. Here,
Glad I could help.
yeah. That's it for me, though. I'm through here. Heading back to the mainland, next chance I get. Far Harbor can fend for itself.
I suppose it's because they left them out. So, pretty strange place straight off the bat. There's some new creatures. Seems to be some sort of problems going on the island, which, you know, generally there would be. There's these strange devices, there's a fog, and people ain't happy on the island. And there's obviously something to do with their society. They're not very trusting.
Avery. And now you see what we're up against. The fog and the creatures it spits out have taken the whole island from my people. But for your help when we needed it, you deserve this.
What's the fog?
Where to begin? The fog's radioactive, right? But there are pockets of it, the deep fog, that are hard fallout. And as deadly as that is, that's only part of the problem. Things live in the fog, thrive. You think what attacked the harbor's bad? Oh, there's far worse further inland.
We've lost the whole island?
Oh, the fog's been here forever. There are good years when it recedes and the island's almost normal. Then there are times when it spreads all over. And people have to cling to any patch of land free of the fog. For the past, 8 years or so, it's been getting as bad as it's ever been. Now, Far Harbor's one of the only places left that's safe.
If you manage to survive despite all that, you must be tough.
Ornery, more like.
I'm done cowering behind your damn hull, Avery. Time you let me deal with the real problem. With the right people and my guns, I can end those Children of Adam cultists for good.
The fog's been here forever. The children didn't make it.
Before the Rat Eaters came, the fog was under control. They come, and it all goes wrong. It's time we do something.
No need to burden a stranger with all this nonsense.
Children of Adam?
What's the deal with the Children of Adam?
They're religious folk. Worship the power of Adam. Which is radiation, I guess. If you want details, you'd have to find and ask them. We used to have a peace with them until a certain hothead menace named Alan Lee.
Now that's enough. That preacher came into the harbor saying that it was Adam's will that we lost our land. That it was Adam's goddamn will that we lost so many friends and family. And that the Atom would wipe this whole place clean of us.
If it were up to me, you'd hang for what you did to that preacher, Alan.
What did he do to the preacher?
Alan pulled a gun on him. He claims the preacher reached for his. We don't have police, or really any law. Just custom and popular sentiment. And after everything the preacher said, it was abundantly clear doing anything to Alan would have made matters worse.
Have the children made the fog worse?
Absolutely not. There's not one bit of evidence.
Geiger counters don't lie, Avery. The fog's gotten more lethal year over year. And now the fog's covering the whole island. Only after the children came.
You know as well as I do that's happened before. Sure, people have theories the children are involved, but no one, and I mean no one, has proof.
Can we get back to business?
Sorry for all that. You're here for Kasumi, right? She headed inland to the Synth Refuge, Acadia. Getting there will be dangerous. You'll need a guide. Old Longfellow. No one knows the fog like him. But, word of warning, he's a bit of an acquired taste.
What's old Longfellow's story?
He's the best hunter on the island. Fearless. Some say crazy. If someone needs to get to Acadia, he's the only one that'll do it. But people around here are known for being stubborn, willful, and other, less flattering things. But Longfellow's got a reputation even among us.
What can you tell me about Acadia?
Ask Longfellow. He's the only one that's been there.
Thanks for the info.
Best place to look for Longfellow's at the bar. The last plank. And, please, lend a hand around town if you're able. Even if it's slapped away. People like the Mariner and Cassie and others need help. And let me say something you might not hear again. Thank you.
Buy my guns.
Yeah, so you've got walk in the park, so that's where you go to Arcadia. But you also have living on the edge. You're asked to help Cassie Dalton, help the Mariner. As you help them, other quests will become unlocked because the people are starting to trust you more and more. After you help so many people, you will have that. So we're not going to talk to them yet. We're just going to go with old Longfellow. We're going to go to Arcadia because I kind of just want to introduce you to the island, really. And it is quite big, like far away Arcadia, so I would not recommend going on your own because you don't know where it is. And they made it that way so you wouldn't find it on your own, because the island is dangerous for newcomers. I thought, oh, it'd be alright, it'd be a little bit more difficult. It is very difficult. So that's why I have waited to come until like after I complete the game. So the description is: there's a hunter named Old Fellow that can guide me to Arcadia, where Kasumi was headed. Was heading. By the way, if you meet that dude, there's a charge card, and and he likes it. I'm going to show you something. It's a very time sensitive thing, but I will show you it. It's behind there. We will go to it as soon as we get him. Do not wait to do it, even if you need affinity with Longfellow. You need to do it as soon as you get to Far Harbour, before you leave.
If you don't like the service, there's the door.
Everyone! Everyone!
We're trying to have a conversation here.
Shut your mouths! Open your damned ears! So the fogs are coming for us all. I can't see any better way of greeting it than to have another round. On the house!
Yeah!
Woo! Time to party!
Here's some Mitch.
So here's old Longfellow. Next to him is an island almanac.
Perfect.
You unlock POI map markers across the island.
Battles are won with
So if you go to the map now, you're going to see these are locations. So there's the Cliff Edge Hotel. There's... oh, sorry, I clicked the button. There's MS Azalea, I think. Old Pond House. Southwest Harbour. The Oceanarium. Eden Meadows Cinemas. Echo Lake Lumber. Rayburn Point, and all the way down here, Brooks Head Lighthouse. You don't want to go there because there is some bad people there. So let's speak to old fellow. Old
Captain Avery
Longfellow.
said you can get me to Acadia?
Heard there was a scuffle out there. You get your hands dirty? I'm done leading people to their deaths in the fog. Last fella couldn't keep up. Didn't last 5 minutes.
Can you tell me about Acadia?
Strange folk right there. Call themselves synths. Seems to me they just want to be left alone, to live their life in peace. They've done some good turns for us islanders. The fog condensers, most especially, wouldn't even be a Far Harbor left without those.
What's a fog condenser?
The condensers? They're a tricky bit of science. They keep the fog away. Powered by the wind farm, the synth fellas got up and running. Us islanders don't particularly like being obligated to them. But there you have it.
I'm looking for a runaway.
Some parents are worried about their runaway daughter. She went to Acadia and I need to find her.
If someone's headed for Acadia, there's always a story. Yours worth dying over, huh?
The runaway's name is Kasumi. You know about her?
Sounds like Captain Avery's been running her mouth again. She should know better than to stick her nose where it's not wanted. Maybe I heard of her, maybe not.
This girl's all her family has. You'd have to be a real wretch not to give a damn.
Bah. This goes against all reason. But I can get you to Acadia. But you've got to listen to me. Go where I say, when I say it. Still won't be easy. You stock up on your necessities, Rad X and the like. And then the real work can begin.
Let's go, Longfellow.
Follow me.
So yeah, you can start following him. I'm not going to introduce myself to the whole town. There is one thing I would suggest doing. And it's pretty simple. I think you need to have quite high intelligence.
Let's head out of town. Acadia is above the fog line.
So you want to go into here.
It's a bit of a hike. You might want to take this for the road. In case foul sea.
You're going to notice there's a bloke. Hold on, you notice there's a bloke here.
Everywhere. It's coming. Oh.
Speak to this Teddy right. He is the doctor. So you notice there's a dude on the bed over there.
Another vulture circling over Andre's body? He ain't dead. Wait, no. It's a mainlander. Well, welcome to my little clinic. If you need doctoring, speak up. I wish I had time for some proper conversation, but my work's never done.
Who's Andre?
Poor Andre is my patient over there. He spent too long a spell in the fall. You may think you know your mainland radiation poisoning, but we got our own special brand here.
I know a few things about medicine. Can I try to help him?
You say, what? You? Help? Well, poor Andre's got it bad. Good is dead. Well, I suppose there's no harm letting you have a poke, but I'll be watching you.
Food. Stim packs. Fully stocked.
Let's take a look.
So Andre, oh my god, Michaud is suffering from prolonged severe radiation exposure. He's barely clinging to life. So Intelligence 8 or Medic 2 required to heal him. So improvise the treatment. Using blood plasma, Radaway, and anesthetic, you managed to stabilize your patient.
I think you may have done it. I'll keep looking after Andre. But I think thanks to you, he's got a fighting chance.
Cool. So Medic would be that, Medic 2. Or have 8 intelligence and I have 9. So it worked. Anyway, let's follow old Longfellow to Arcadia. Love that because it reminds me of Resident Evil. Arcadia is like over here, or it's round. No, it's like. Where the fuck is Arcadia? I think it's like over here. I can't rightly remember.
We need to move through the main.
He gave us something, didn't he? Millet jerky, poison resistance by 15. I think that's what you need with the fog.
The fog ain't like nothing you've seen in the Commonwealth. Mainlanders think a dose of rat. Away's all you need. Tracks, fresh ones. Trappers ahead. When the bullets start flying, find cover. Keep your head down if you want to live. There's someone or something else here.
How's that? Not
You're
pretty.
not half bad in scrap. Figured I'd have to take care of a lot of them. Might just make a proper Far Harbor woman out of you.
That
See,
was
the
good.
fog can do a number on you. Get you
Anything
all turned
useful?
around. There's something in your brain. Trappers were mean to begin with, but now...
So trappers are like a new form of raider, except they're like more psychotic and cannibalistic than your typical raiders. So as you see, you can't really see landmarks and things because of the fog.
What was
So
that?
you,
Gotcha!
so you can get turned around.
There's a mountain trail. I'll stick to this and make it a game trails crisscross the road. So don't
Game trails, so don't be surprised if you get caught by the local wildlife. Here's something blight. Here's a new creature. You have wolves. Makes sense off of an island. Very condensed
You
woodland.
like them puppies? We grow everything extra mean on the
Yeah,
island. Still got a ways to
you'd
go.
expect like to see wolves in like a wildlife foresty area.
Hear that? Crawler. They usually stick to the deep fog. Unless we steer clear. But you never know.
Dun dun dun.
When I was a young lad, no higher than your knee, the whole island was covered in fog. The fog eventually rolled back.
You want to be careful going into them areas where there's like a high density of fog.
People resettled, but they got comfortable. Started taking things for granted. Folk got short memories. All this has happened before. What was that? Incoming!
Now you got a problem.
Whoa, Krabby.
Last.
Gulper's got a
There's Arcadia.
fondness for fresh water. A small gulper, like the ones in these parts, is a fair challenge. Now the big ones, they can grow 2-3 times the size of a man. Good thing you don't see too many of them around.
Why did that not hit them? Oh, I cut his head off. Ew.
Refreshing.
Hold there. Stringing one more soul to their damnation, old man?
Well, what have we here? Another rad worshipping lunatic. That's what.
Your barbs do not harm me. I am shielded by my faith.
How about bullets? Faith shield you against those too?
Who's she?
One of them children of Adam preachers. Started off as pests. Now they're more like a menace.
Do not sully this one with your blasphemy, old man. You. I suggest you go no further. Acadia is a nest of snakes. Beasts that subvert the will of Adam.
What's Acadia done to make you distrust them?
They supply Far Harbor with the means to turn back Adam's holy fog. You'd do well to avoid such creatures, and instead seek the only true master of this land.
Yeah, whatever you say.
Watch yourself, outsider. You walk through Adam's kingdom now.
If you're done wasting time with a fanatic, let's move on. Up ahead, the air's clean. No fog. Acadia's not too far now.
She's bloody close to Arcadia, isn't she? So this is Arcadia, out of an old observatory, as you can see. It's up here, the air's clean because you're on a hill.
And we've arrived. Acadia's already been watching us for a good spell. If you want to talk with them, just go inside. They'll be waiting for you. You need my help again, you come see me. Got a cabin just outside of Far Harbor. Good place to tool up your gear, get some rest, or get stinking drunk. Just make sure if you're bringing a bottle of something strong, there's enough to share.
So you can say come with me, but I'm not going to say that.
Leaving already? Don't you want to see what happens next?
You saying you want me to stick around and watch your back?
Maybe later, Longfellow.
All right. But I'm serious about the offer. You ever want to hunt the forests and waters of the island together, I could think of worse things to do.
So yeah, he is a companion.
Damn fog's got in my lungs again.
But we need to start the quest Where You Belong now that we've finished walking the park. So yeah, this is pretty big. I think yeah, we're gonna go in. So Captain Avery needs the help. All of a sudden that's popped up. Let's go. So, I would recommend having Nick Valentine with you.
You know, when I first climbed this mountain above the fog, I thought to myself, now here is a metaphor worth taking in. You've entered a place of clarity, understanding, peace. While you're here in Acadia, Synthkind welcomes you as long as you welcome us.
What are you?
I told you. I'm the old synth on the mountain. I know the plastic skin and tubes out the back can be unsettling, but I want to ask you to look past that. Tell me why you're here, and I'll try to help you.
I came here looking for Kasumi Nakano.
Really? I'm impressed. Few would brave the kind of journey you've had for the sake of someone else. Kasumi is here. She's safe and unharmed, and you're free to see her if you'd like. Before you do, though, tell me, do you think Kasumi is a synth?
We're not answering any more questions until you play straight with us. Just who the hell are you, really? There's only one synth with that kind of face and a mind of his own. And I only see him when I look in a mirror.
Nick? It can't be you.
Don't give me that. What are you trying to pull? I've never seen you before in my life.
Please, if you're willing to give me a chance, I can explain.
All right, Dima. We'll humor you. Keep talking.
This all started over a century ago, when we were first created. We were prototypes, Nick. The first synths capable of independent thinking and judgment.
Keep talking.
One of the Institute's experiments had to do with how our brains could process personality. If we could handle individualized feelings and behaviors, I was allowed to develop mine based on experience. But with you, they wanted to try transferring an entire personality into you. It took several attempts before the personality imprint worked. I saw you wake up not knowing who or what you were so many times. I couldn't let them do it to you anymore. We were the only two prototypes they made. I literally saw myself in you. You were my brother, Nick. I helped you escape the Institute. We left together.
If I were your brother, I'd remember.
That's where you'd be wrong. This happened over a century ago. There's There's only so much memory that can fit into the prototype brains we have.
Ah, I've heard enough. I think you and I need to talk about this. Maybe not now, though.
We'll talk later.
We'll talk later. This is a lot to take in.
Nick, I don't need you to believe me. I'm just glad to see you again. Whenever you're ready, I'll be here. Now, about young Kasumi. It's important that you understand exactly why she's here. I asked you before if you think she's really a sin. If you could indulge me with an answer.
It doesn't matter.
Who or what she is isn't important.
But it is. It's everything. Imagine just looking at your own hands and having to wonder, was I born with these? Or were they manufactured? None of us take this transition lightly. She's facing the possibility of her entire life being a lie. That someone stripped her very identity from her and made her into something she isn't. I want you to understand that before you see her. She has a chance here to live as a synth, not hiding, not pretending to be something else. One more question, if you'll indulge me. You're here for Kasumi, but I suspect there could be another reason you came to us. Tell me, are you a synth?
Dude, anyone could be a fucking sin.
How would I even know?
I'm afraid if you're looking for some biological test we can do, there isn't any. None that aren't fatal. Instead, you have to look for the signs, holes in someone's memory, feelings of unexplained isolation, odd dreams. But ultimately, you have to decide for yourself. What do you believe? Have you ever questioned your humanity?
I'm a human being, not a synth.
Are you sure? I don't mean to question you, but what's the first memory you have?
I remember being in my house the day the bombs fell. We ran to the vault. We were frozen. I was the only survivor.
No memories before then? Just a single day, and then waking up alone? We so easily accept what's presented to us as the truth, don't we?
It's true.
Isn't it funny
Sean could have
how
just put them in
can
a
feel
memory.
like a whole different reality? People, places, even sounds and colors can change. Or someone else has changed them. I won't lie to you. There will always be other explanations. Trauma, disease, the background radiation. They all take their toll on the mind. But I can promise you that we will accept you, no matter what you decide you are.
Thank you. You've given me a lot to think about.
I'm glad to hear it. Acadia is open to you. Feel free to walk the grounds. Introduce yourself to my co-founders, Faraday and Chase, and I'm sure you're eager to talk to Kasumi.
Who are you? What's your story?
I came to this island over a century ago, hiding from my creators, the Institute. But after my escape felt secured, I was left with nothing. No programmed task. No false memories. I spent a year just sitting in a cave. Just sitting. One day, it finally occurred that maybe I could decide for myself what to do, who I was. I've been doing that ever since. Was there anything else?
You should know. The Institute has been destroyed.
What? It's over? No more courser hunts? No more slavery? But that also means the technology to make the synths is lost. Our origins have been buried. Not to mention the loss of human life. Sorry. I'm not going to judge the actions of someone who's wiped out a great evil. You have our gratitude. Is there anything else you need?
I'm part of a group that helps synths.
My bloody
A
mic.
railroad.
Really?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I don't understand why a group dedicated to helping synths would convince them through fear that their only option is to hide. Yes, they volunteer for the memory wipe. Yes, not knowing you're a synth makes it harder for the Institute to find you. But the cost, I know how frightening it is, the risk of capture. But sacrificing what you are, avoiding the true struggle to be accepted as our own form of life?
Look, I get it, but I do get it, you know, you missed that, but they didn't have Arcadia. Okay, they didn't have Arcadia where they could hide. Besides, as soon as the Institute found out about them, they'd probably kill them.
I didn't come to argue. I just wanted you to know we're out there, helping your people.
I know. I'm sorry. It's easy for me to worry about our ideals while I'm so far away from the Commonwealth, in relative safety. Can I help you with anything else?
So, everyone here in Acadia is a synth?
Yes. Either they were escapees we managed to find before the Institute could, or they were victims of a mind wipe, and we revealed the truth to them.
I should get going.
Of course.
Perhaps we're in there a long time. Are you feeling all right?
I'm fine. You worry too much.
Sometimes I feel like you don't worry enough. You know we blew 3 more relays this week. I'm coming in. You stay right there.
So, Arcadian Ideals. So this is where you can help Arcadia and Friday. I'm not going to be doing this. I'm just going to be following the main storyline, and then we're going to just find Kasumi. And then as we progress, I'm going to be focusing on each town. So I'll focus on Far Harbour first, introduce to the members there, do their quests, explore that option. Then we'll go to the Arcadian Ideals, do that. And then we'll go probably to the Children of Atom base and see what can happen.
Hard enough time keeping up with repairs before all this nonsense with Atom antics. It's not them. I'm concerned about you. You can't solve all the world's problems. Certainly not all at once.
Dearest Faraday, relax.
So, even though Dima, so 2 things. Dima, even though yes he is a electrical being, he does possess like a wanting to be above everything, to be at peace. But then he also struggles with that, with his judging and things like that, and his own ideals. Secondly, he might be Nick's brother. They're fucking twins, of course they're brothers. But is his story right? So, there's Kasumi.
Kasumi Nakano?
Sorry, I'm right in the middle of something.
I'm a detective. I was hired to find you.
You're a what? You came all this way for me?
You left without telling your folks why. You must have known they'd be worried.
Look, my mom and dad, I mean, those people that were taking care of me, they wouldn't want me back. Not if they knew the truth.
What do you mean?
I'm not their daughter. I'm a synth. I thought if I just left, it would be easier for them. How would that conversation have gone anyway? I've been lying to you this whole time? Your real daughter is dead and I replaced her?
You haven't replaced anyone. Kenji and Ray are still your parents.
I really wish that was true. If I wasn't a synth, things would be so much simpler. Acadia isn't what I thought it was. There's more going on here than just the refuge. But I can't leave until I've gotten to the bottom of it. I've been running long enough.
What kind of problem is there in Acadia?
It's a long story. I just have to figure out how to... Wait, you find things. Track down answers. That's what you do, right? That's why you came after me. What if I told you that there's a secret? A big secret here, on this island. Something way more important than just one lost girl.
Alright. I'm listening.
Okay. Where to begin? You saw all those computers that Dima's hooked up to, right? They hold his memories, or offload data from his brain. Or maybe some combination of both? Well, Faraday asked me to help do some repairs on them, and, you know, I got curious. There's like a century's worth of life experiences in there, and that's when I see it. Data models Dima has been making. One was the fog taking over Far Harbor. Another was a nuclear detonation on the island. Plus, death counts. What if Dima is so open and welcoming because he's actually hiding something from us? A plan to wipe out the rest of the island.
We should get to the bottom of this. If Dima is putting on an act, we need to know.
I'll help if I can, but that's not much to go on.
I know. I've been working on that, but I haven't had much luck. I keep seeing Dima, Faraday, and Chase head into the laboratory at the other end of the hall. Then they come out later looking like they've been arguing. There's actually a storage space right next to there. It'd be a perfect spot to hide and eavesdrop, but it's been locked up. I've also tried breaking into Faraday's terminal, since he and Dima are so close, but security on it is crazy.
I'll figure this out. Just stay here.
Okay. Good luck, and come back as soon as you've found anything.
From one case to a new one. It's never easy for us, is it?
Well,
I swear someone has the key to that storage room. Maybe Cobb? He's always moving supplies around as they come in.
so this is obviously where you belong. Alright, so let's go. We're going to hack into that. So you can hack into the terminal. You can...
Acadia's far away enough from the Institute.
So that's where they keep going. We need to get into here. So you can just pick it with an expert. You probably convince Dima.
Sweet.
Like watching a conductor at the orchestra.
Come on. There's Chase, there's Faraday. There's Dima.
We need to accomplish this without bloodshed. Far Harbor and the children of Adam have a right to exist on this island, the same as us.
They're going to kill each other, Dima. There's no stopping it. We need to pick a side now.
Haven't we already picked a side? Building the fog condensers around Far Harbor wasn't exactly a neutral act.
We couldn't stand by and let the people of this island die to the fog.
Just like you couldn't just leave the Cult of Adam without a home? Giving them the submarine base was a mistake. The nucleus, as they're calling it, is basically one big fortified position.
Far Harbor had cast them out. They have strange beliefs, but they have always accepted us for what we are. And Confessor Martin was a friend.
Well, the new Confessor isn't. High Confessor Tectus is an unstable megalomaniac, and he's gonna keep threatening us as long as we're helping Far Harbor.
Guys, can we talk about the elephant in the room? We keep dancing around it.
My old memory banks in the submarine base.
I can't believe you never told me about those. I have to wait until they become a security risk.
I know how it looks in hindsight, but at the time, it was an act of trust. I was honestly more worried they'd accidentally trip the pre-war security and get hurt, giving the children my old home, allowing them to safeguard my old memories. I thought our people would be working together.
Just how secure are the banks? How long do we have? And what's in them?
I've gone over this before, Chase. I don't know what's in them. That's how it works. It's as close to forgetting something as I have, but I've run some projections of worst-case scenarios. If we do nothing and the wrong knowledge falls in the wrong hands...
So send me over there. I'll be in and out in a day.
We can't risk it. They know you're from Acadia. If you're caught, or even seen, then it's war.
We should at least prepare her to go in. We're running out of options. I say we tell her how to crack into the memory banks.
You've been working on this without me?
It came up in a private moment, Chase. But yes, we've been writing a program that will let you access and download my memories. It's not going to be like a normal hack. You'll be breaking through a version of my own mental network. It'll consider you to be an intruder. I've loaded the program with some instructions I've recorded that will help guide you through it. I'm afraid it's difficult to explain without seeing it for yourself.
I'm finishing up some tweaks to the program right now. I'll leave a copy of it for you on my desk when I'm done.
Get the program, use it to break into the memory banks. Got it.
Hopefully you won't have to. We'll keep monitoring the situation. I only want you going in if we have no other choice.
He's got his fingers everywhere on this island. And whatever's in his memories isn't something we can wait for someone else to find.
Hey,
So,
do you mind keeping an eye out for a second? We gotta run a diagnostic. Whew. Thanks. What'd I miss?
so you can then go and talk to Dima, I think, after seeing all that. But you can also just do it completely on your own, without speaking to him or anything. So you have to get into Children of Atom, nick the program and do it all yourself. But it's probably better if you do talk... Ooh, wrong place. If you do talk to Dima and get the full story, even though that was quite detailed as it was. I'll just have a quick word with him.
Dima?
Feel free to say whatever is on your mind.
Well, I know you left some of your memories behind in an old submarine base. That you're worried the Children of Atom will get to them.
You've been busy. I was hoping you were taking your time learning more about us. Huh. I suppose you have. Maybe this is an opportunity for both of us. I can't send any of my people without risking the Children of Atom linking them back to Acadia. But you're new to the island.
What are you planning, Dima?
Before I begin, how much do you know? Did you have any questions for me? About Far Harbor, the Children of Atom, or my memories?
You left your memories behind? How does that work?
As a prototype synth, my raw data capacity is limited. I began using computer banks to expand, to give me room to ponder, see new things. I had to leave some of my earliest memories behind when I left the sub-base to the Children of Atom. I thought they were safe.
You're keeping Far Harbor safe, is that it?
Not exactly. They're fiercely independent. But the fog was starting to choke more and more of the island. So I proposed a trade. We would give them the technology to keep the fog at bay, in return for them being a lifeline to the outside world, a safe dock, and a place to buy supplies. Unfortunately, the children of Adam view the radioactive fog as a holy portent, and their bloodied history with Far Harbor puts us at odds.
The children of Adam on this island. You were helping them?
Yes. I know their faith in radiation as a type of god is a bit different, but who am I to judge? I was using a submarine base as a home when Martin and his followers stumbled inside. They had been cast out of Far Harbor for their beliefs. When I left to found Acadia, I knew the base would be in safe hands. They needed a home, a place to belong, just like I did. But now Martin is gone, and his successor, Tectus, wants to finally end the feud with Far Harbor by letting the fog swallow them.
I know all I need to.
Then my plan is simple. Pose as a recruit and infiltrate the children of Adam. Gain access to their base. In the old command center, guarded by some pre-war security measures, you'll find my memory banks. I'll give you the program you need in order to access my memories. Bring me anything you find. It's not going to be like a normal hack. You'll be breaking through a version of my own mental network. It'll consider you to be an intruder. I've loaded the program with some instructions I've recorded that will help guide you through it. I'm afraid it's difficult to explain without seeing it for yourself.
I'll get your memories, Dima.
If we're lucky, the pre-war defenses have kept the children of Adam at bay. But that means you'll have to get past them yourself. One more thing before you leave. Whatever you do, don't assault the children of Adam directly. Our ultimate goal must be to bring peace. If you attack them, they'll consider themselves at war with the outside world.
If we find anything suspicious in those memories of yours, we'll be back. Count on it.
Okay, so yeah, we need to speak to Kasumi and just explain to her. So I'm going to be quick because we ain't got long on this video, and I don't want it to cut mid thing, because next one we're going to go back to Far Harbor and explore that side of things.
Turns out Dima's earliest memories are in the hands of the children of Adam. He's afraid of what they're going to find.
So, is that what those death projections were about? It wasn't Dima planning to destroy the island. He's worried the children of Adam will. Or is he still hiding something? What could be in those memories that he would leave them behind? Is there really something in them that's dangerous? Do you have a way in? Into his memories? Assuming you can get past the children of Adam.
I got this program that Faraday and Dima wrote. It's supposed to help me access the memory banks.
Really? How would that work? When I was taking a peek in the computers he has here, Dima was hooked up to his chair. I was just tapping into it. I wonder if you'll need to, connect to the old banks the way he does? Some kind of connection between your head and the computer. I'll bet that's it. And then Faraday's program would be translating Dima's thoughts and data, helping... I'm sorry, I'm making assumptions. It's just... well, it's a little exciting, isn't it? You'll let me know what you find? I'll keep an eye on things here.
So, say I get the memories. What then?
If it's something that would really threaten the island, then it's better out of the hands of the children of Adam. Or Far Harbor, even. And if Dima really can't be trusted, we'll have his own memories to confront him with.
I'll get Dima's memories, and then we'll figure out things from there.
Good luck.
So yeah, that was Where You Belong, and our little sneak peek into Arcadia. So join us in the next episode where we go back to Far Harbor and kind of get Longfellow as a companion and kind of explore Far Harbor and do all them quests, because also we can't do Best Left Forgotten until we're in to the Children of Atom, and I want to explore that as well. So yeah, the next few episodes are going to be the faction, societies and quests, so stay tuned. Thank you for watching. This is Belle, and goodbye.